after the time of Prophet Adam, generations passed. Slowly, the people drifted away from pure worship. They began to honor righteous men from the past. At first, it was remembrance. Then it became symbols. Then those symbols turned into idols. Figures such as Wad, Suwa, Yaghuth, Yaghuth, and Nasr became objects of devotion. What began as memory slowly became worship, and the world around them changed with it. Into this society, Prophet Nuh was sent as a messenger. He called his people to one clear message: worship Allah alone and abandon all false gods. His message was direct, consistent, and repeated without pause. He spoke to them publicly, privately, at night, and during the day. There was no method he did not try, and no group he did not address. But most of his people refused to listen. Instead of responding, his people became more divided. The leaders among them rejected him and mocked those who followed him. They looked down on the believers, calling them weak and insignificant. Years turned into decades. Decades stretched into centuries. Nuh, alayhi salam, continued calling his people for 950 years, as described in the Quran. Yet only a small group believed. Most persisted in denial, refusing guidance and insisting on following their ancestors without question. After centuries of persistence, Nuh turned to Allah in complaint. He described how his people refused everything he brought, how they only increased in disbelief, and how their leaders misled others. He asked Allah not to leave the disbelievers if they continued to misguide others. Then came the command. Allah informed Nuh that no more of his people would believe except those who already had. He was instructed to prepare for what was coming, and he was commanded to build an ark. So Nuh, alayhi salam, began building a large ship in a place far from water. His people watched and mocked him. They said he had become a carpenter after being a prophet. They laughed at the idea of a ship being built on dry land, but he continued without stopping. Allah commanded Nuh to carry the believers with him and to take pairs of animals so life could continue after the coming event. When the decree of Allah came, the signs began. Water burst from the earth in powerful springs, and heavy rain fell continuously from the sky. Both sources met, until the land was overwhelmed. What was once stable became completely submerged. Nuh, alayhi salam, boarded the ark with the believers and the creatures that were taken as pairs. But not everyone made it. among them was his own son, who did not believe. As the waters rose, Nuh alayhi salam called out to his son, urging him to come aboard and be saved. But his son refused. He believed he could escape by climbing to a mountain. Nuh warned him that nothing could protect him from the decree of Allah. Before the conversation could continue, a wave separated them, and the son was among those who drowned. The flood continued until its purpose was fulfilled. Then the water subsided. The earth absorbed the water, and the decree ended. The ark came to rest upon Mount Judy. The believers were saved. The disbelievers were destroyed. A new beginning was established from those who had believed with Nuh. What remained was a lesson that would be repeated throughout history. The story of Nuh is not only about a flood. It is about persistence in truth, even when rejection lasts far beyond expectation. It is about clarity of message and the consequences of refusing it after it has been made clear. And it is about how truth survives, even when everything around it collapses. If this is the kind of story that stays with you, stay connected for more and subscribe.